Hello, guys. How you guys doing? See, you don't have to be good at something to do it, okay? Okay. You don't have to be good at something. I only know two chords. Okay. I only know two chords. Don't ask me. I don't know. I only know two chords. Okay. So hi, how you guys doing? You know, one thing I was talking to one of my patients. In order for you to thrive, and I'm talking about black women, the people I'm talking to, black women who are often sometimes tired. Sometimes you feel overwhelmed. Sometimes you feel stressed out because of the mental load that you have to carry for other people. The things that you have to do that no one else can do. So those are the people I'm talking about. And I am Dr. Kelly. I am a board certified psychiatrist, neuropsychiatrist, with specialty in helping women, black women, to rewire their brain to create space for you to breathe, rest, and digest. Because you know why that's important? As we move into the 21st century, we have introduced new things into the environment. And we have changed the environment, meaning that we have changed the way we live. We have changed the village. We have introduced social media, computer, the way we travel. You know what I mean? Even, especially before pre-COVID and after COVID, we have changed the environment. So here's what's going on. If you sometimes, in the hustle, bustle of the day, you feel overwhelmed sometimes and tired mentally, it's because your brain is trying to adapt to a new environment, to a fast changing environment. Sorry. So your brain is trying to adapt to a fast changing environment. And guys, this is not a joke. This is real. It's nothing for you to blame yourself for. They didn't tell you that. They don't tell women that they change the environment. And most of the things that you're doing are still free labor. Free labor, and they have added on them. And so your brain, it's seeing those things as physical threats. It's seeing, because that's how it has evolved over hundreds of thousands of years. This is what's going on. And the reason why that's important, in order for you to thrive, in order for you to make the best decisions for you and the people you care about, the way to thrive in the 21st century is to have a basic understanding of how your brain and your mind works. Very important to have a basic understanding of the working of your mind and your brain. Because if you have that, then you can keep chronic stress at bay. This is real. This is not fiction. It's real. If you feel yourself with the hundred of things that you have to do during the day, and you feel sometimes you may be overwhelmed and stressed out, it's your brain that's seeing these things as physical threat. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's not your fault. Those are real physical things in your brain. So the way to thrive, we have the new brain tools. This is my wheelhouse. This is where I have specialized, spent 15 years sacrificing a lot of things. Okay, 15 years sitting down 3 to 4 days a week, so you will not have to do it. So this is what the message I'm saying, and what I'm saying that's different than people. I've sat and understand, go deep in the science. Not only that, I have talked to women, Black women, daily in my office, and now I understand. Your doctor may be a great doctor, awesome doctor, but if they don't understand your cultural experience, if he or she doesn't understand your emotional lives, your daily lives, he or she will, meaning that if he or she can understand your emotional lives, he or she will be better to help you in better position. Okay, so let me get some water. Jeez. Okay, so this is what I'm talking. The reason I'm saying that also is because, as we know, Black women like you are the backbone of society. Women in general, Black, but especially Black women. Since the day of the founding of this country, you have been doing the hard work, and you get up every day, you're giving to others, but who has your back? Who's helping? Who's making sure that you're aware that you need to rest and digest? So chronic stress, feeling overwhelmed, don't affect you in a detrimental way, and that can prematurely end your life, like it happened to my mom and other people I know. So this is the main thing. I, as a physician, as a healer, I am passionate about making sure that Black women don't suffer the health consequences that can often happen because you are things that you're doing. And by default, when you're going like going, and you look at the last person's left is often you. And the people you're helping, they're not, well, the brain cannot give what it doesn't have. So the goal is, how can I help you to empower yourself to know that you deserve to keep something for yourself? That's my mission, my purpose. Okay. And I'm saying that if Black women like you can have a basic understanding of how your brain and your mind work, with the courage, the resilience, the wisdom, the knowledge you have, with the faith you have. If you can combine your faith, your courage, your resilience, your wisdom, with a basic understanding of how you can keep stress at bay, by understanding how you can incorporate the new brain tools to make sure that your frontal brain, where you make the decisions for your life, it doesn't become fuzzy. Because when it becomes fuzzy, it becomes cloudy. Even if you don't realize that, you cannot make the best decisions for you and the people you care about. So questions, comments. This is where I am making sure, I'm making sure that all Black women who want to avoid the detrimental health effects that we know too often are going on. The statistics, we know it. According to the American Heart Association, more than 60% of Black women like you older than 20. More than 60% of Black women older than 20 have some form of heart disease. More than 60% of Black women older than 20 have some form of heart disease. 1 out of 2 of you will suffer from a heart attack or stroke. You will not know that until it happens. That's not opinion. Those are hard statistics. Okay? So, but the good news is that it doesn't have to happen. It can be 100% totally preventable. You know how? By joining me, and let's meet in that safe space where you can sit and you can have an awareness of how your mind and your brain work, and also what are the tools you need, and what environment is conducive for you to create the space to rewire your brain so you can live your best life. That's the main point. That's the main point. A lot of people are telling you, if you buy one more course, if you say one more positive affirmation. I mean, I bought a course here for $2,000 4 years ago. I haven't read the damn thing. I don't have time. Plus, I'm mad. I paid money for $2,000. I should have had some money. So, let alone for you, I only do 1 or 2 things, then I'm done. So it's not true that the other thing is that, the way that the people control the world are telling you to decrease the wealth gap among women, it will not happen. Meaning that the cavalry is not coming to save you the way they tell you. I want to tell you what I know. When cryptocurrency came, man, I could not break. People like, oh, crypto. First of all, the name is crypto. Really? The name is crypto. Anything that's crypto, it's like smoke. I mean, I'm black. If I cannot hold it, it's not real. So one time there was a conference, and I saw a bunch of young men on the crypto conference. I said, you know what? So the people are telling you the way to close the wage gap. When was the last time they can do anything for themselves? So the wage gap can only be closed by you becoming aware that that's what I'm doing this week. That by you becoming aware that you deserve, you can empower yourself, that to know that you have all the machinery in your brain, in your mind, to create the space that you need to breathe, rest, and digest. And if whatever we say, whatever you say, I mean, your brain is in your skull. It's not in God's skull. It's not in someone else's skull. This is in my skull. It's in your skull. So even if someone tells you something, you're going to have to work it out. You're going to have to work it out in your brain, in your mind. So what they're telling you, I mean, it hasn't happened, right? So the way they tell women, black women, the cavalry is coming to save you, it's not true. Because I know a bunch of folks who are talking about rewiring your brain, positive affirmation. It will not happen if you don't understand brain science, if you understand that you need the environment that is conducive. It will not happen if you cannot incorporate mindful tools, mindful self-care to make sure that 2 or 3 times a day you can breathe, rest, and digest. It will not happen if you also cannot align yourself using your core values with your mind, brain, and body, and find 2 or 3 people to align yourself with. It will not. It will not happen. What they've done to us, they make us believe that somehow we can make it on our own. And we all have ego and pride. You know what? If that's what people want to do, although they're not getting the results, you're not getting the results. But yeah, the way to thrive. So if you're not aligned with your core values, and if you not aligned on some core values with 2 or 3 other people, even your children, even your husband, your partner, they cannot go the distance with you, because those things are unconscious. Actually, it's unfair, I'm realizing now, to ask people to go with me if I'm not aligned with them, if we're not aligned. Not them aligning one person on the side, that's controlling. That's trauma bonding. So the way to thrive is to understand that the environment that you need to thrive, to understand that you need a space in your frontal brain to breathe, rest, and digest, and to empower yourself to create that space. Then I said, the space where we call mindfulness. I call it mindfulness is the room where it happens. Then once you have that space, that's not all. That's the start. I was talking to someone yesterday. I said, mindfulness. He said, after mindfulness, what do you do? After mindfulness, that's when the brain is relaxed. Then you need to work on self-compassion, learning how to create boundaries for yourself, self-love, self-esteem. But self-compassion is the key. If you can link mindfulness, but that's what people have a hard time doing. And I understand who wants to lose relationships, who wants to lose friends. But you know what I said? I'm learning now, if those people are not aligned with your core values, they're not going to serve you anyway. Let me repeat this. If people, places, and things that are not aligned with your core values, with your clarity, they cannot serve you. So I'm doing a little dance in my mind now. Anytime, because you like people, but anytime I realize I have this, then I go back to my core values. I realize, and to empower myself to know that people, places, and things that do not align with my core values, they're not going to serve me. Now, I am doing whatever I need to do to lower my ego and my pride, hopefully doing that, to find 2 or 3 people. Ask them to sit down. What do I need to give so we can align on some core values? Just to tell you, I have a couple who came to me, a young couple, and they said, we were talking about core values. How do you, I said that there are 3 things that you need to live a good life. Good health, mental and physical, financial stability. Where I come from in the Caribbean, we say water, food, and shelter. That's all I need. And for me, I need 2 coconut trees, 2 mango trees, and a canoe. That's all I need. And so I tell them, the guy said, we're talking about core values for them to have a unified core values, because that's the only way you can thrive. If the people around you, children, husband, partner, if you don't find, and I said 10 to 15, find 10 to 15 core values that you align with. Otherwise, that's why people fight. People are gonna fight, and you can't. And I'm realizing I'm not blaming people, because everything is at the unconscious mind. The way to reduce conflict, the way to thrive, but folks have a hard time doing it. So then it becomes to working on generational trauma, working on learning behaviors and habits that are not serving you. Both sides, everyone. And they said, if you keep getting the same results with the same behaviors, but you want different results, eventually, so it's 2 or 3 people. And I was talking to this couple, and he said, no, maybe I should add stewardship in my core values. I said, no, stewardship in your core values, it's not going to work. What you need to do is come together with your wife, unify 10 to 15 core values about honesty, sincerity, transparency, compassion, self-compassion, those core values. I said, then your behaviors and habits, the way you spend money, if it's going to serve you, has to flow from that. It's not going to flow because it's unconscious. So meaning that your behaviors and habits are informed by your core values unconsciously. Your behaviors and habits are unconscious. They're informed by your core values, and your core values mixed with your behaviors. They determine the actions that you take in daily lives. Okay, so this week, what I'm talking about is for Black women like you. If you feel you're tired, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're taking care of people, children, and you kind of worry that, I cannot do the things I need to do, but I can let me get them to high school and college. But you know what? You must absolutely make sure that you don't lose your health. Let me repeat it. If you're a parent, you're trying. There's a season for everything. If you're trying to get your kids through certain steps to school at a certain time, elementary, middle school, high school, you must not lose your health. Because if you If you have health, then once they're gone, they're on their way getting better. If you have health, then you can pick up right where you left off. Then you can get going with the things that you left. If you don't have health, there's no chance in hell you can do it. There's no chance. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, my perfect example is like when I was, down and out in Miami. One thing I always realize, I have good health, I could hustle. So there are days I could spend 48 hours I didn't sleep because I had to do certain things. I could hustle. So the main thing, so I have people say like, well, I'm taking care of my child or my children. But when they're gone, when they're in college, they can only sometimes call you and say hi. You have to keep your health. And the way to do it is to learn brain science. Join me in that safe place. I have a lady who raised 3 children, and she's been a nurse for 20 something years. And when I met her, she was going to nurse practice, doing a master in nurse practitioner school, and she dropped it, she became discouraged because of her partner. Within a year when I met her, she went right back to school. She's graduating next year. The husband doesn't even know that. People say she's not hiding it from him. She's just like, if he knew, he would stop her. He would have stopped her if he knew. And the main thing that she has, when I asked her how things going, she said the biggest thing I have is I have hope. She has hope because she's raised 3 children, three boys. They're on their own. And she feels like, my relationship is not where it is with my partner. It's kind of hard for people to realize, okay, what do I have left? So if you have health, and you can pick up wherever you didn't make up, especially now, people can become multi-millionaire in your 70s, 80s. I mean, we're living in a time where you have an idea, you can create. I've been watching Shark Things. People show up there like 70s, even some some people in their 70s who are making things who are making things work for them. But to be able to maintain your health, that's not easy. It can be done. It's to empower yourself first, to know that you deserve to have good health, and to be able to understand how to create the space in your brain. That's where I come in. That's my wheelhouse. So I need you, if you're a Black woman, you're tired, with your faith. What I'm saying is that faith and knowledge and wisdom they're no longer enough. They're no longer enough. I am saying that. Faith, knowledge, and wisdom are no longer enough. You must understand how the brain works. Faith, knowledge, and wisdom, courage, resilience, they're all awesome. They're no longer enough. If they were enough, I wouldn't be talking to you. If there were enough, 80 to 85% of the patients I see, because the men don't stay, 80 to 85% of my patients are Black women. Because they all have better, they have more wisdom than me. They have more knowledge. They have more resilience. And we're not blaming ourselves. We have changed the environment. And what I'm telling you, they're not telling you that they're saying that you can kick one more can down the road, then you'll make it. It's not true. It is not true. So when you feel overwhelmed, feeling tired, feeling stressed out, mentally, physically exhausted, it's not your fault. The worst thing that women have done is to attach their worth to productivity. It's not your fault. It's that they have changed the environment, mostly men, but not men. People have changed the environment. We have changed the environment. And we're not telling you that. And the trick is that we're telling you can go the same distance. Now, every time we change the environment, every time we change the economy in society, then we need to sit down. You need to sit down to understand what are the new tools that you need for yourself, for your children, for the people you care about. Every time we change the environment, every time we change the economy in society, everyone must sit down to understand, especially women who carry the weight, Black women carry the weight of the world. You have to sit down to take a breather, to ask yourself, that's the biggest thing, to become aware that every time we change the environment, we change the economy, you must have the new brain tools, the new tools to apply to using your brain to maintain those three things I mentioned: your financial stability, your health mentally and physically, and the right people around you. So this week, I'm talking about empowering yourself to know that you deserve a good life, and to know that you have all the machinery in your brain to create the life that you visualize, to manifest it into reality. Next week, I'm diving into things. One of the most important aspects that affects all our lives, especially women, from what I hear in my office: relationships. What is the proper relationship with yourself and 2 or 3 people you care about? What is the proper relationship? What kind of boundaries? From a brain science, I don't know everything, but my wheelhouse is brain science. Okay, from a brain science perspective, and I'm going to tell you one thing: the way to thrive is to align with yourself on some core values, and align with some core values on the people, 2 or 3 people you care about. If you're inside a house, the time is asking now. If you have children, you have husband, you have partners, you have to become mindful, intentional to align with them, realign, align. Otherwise, everyone, when people get up, you don't have to go anywhere now to get up and go at the other end of the world. You have to just do it on a computer. Then the mind is going like this, and everyone comes together. It's like people are just talking like so. There are no times in history when we are changing human behaviors and habits so fast. If you're not aligned with yourself, mean that connect 2 or 3 times a day. Connect your mind and brain and body for 10 to 20 minutes. Then align yourself with 2 or 3 people around you. That's the way to thrive. Okay, so I'm organizing this focus group. Send me an email, and I want you to write a summary of what kind of specific stressors you have, and what's the nature and how severe, and also how urgent. You can send it to Cholet, CHOLET, J2 at gmail.com, or send me an email, a comment in one of my on Rewriting Your Future with Dr. Kelly, or my professional page. And I am looking for 10 women, Black women, to have a conversation with. And the 10 people, you will get $50 for the focus for participating in focus group. Okay, so the main thing is for you to understand, guys. It's not that if things are going on, you cannot do everything at one time. It's not that you're not strong. It's not. No one has all the knowledge, but we absolutely need the new brain tools. You need the new brain tools, and one of the main one is mindfulness, mindful self-care, whatever form you want it. As long as your brain has to be relaxed for 2 or 3 times a day. Then you need to sit and understand what are the tools you need to create boundaries, to connect yourself with your deeper self. That's where spirituality comes from. Whatever you think about God, stuff like that. If you cannot connect your mind, brain, and body, and your mind is fuzzy all day, it's going to be hard to have deeper connection with yourself and the divine. Okay? So send me questions, comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the focus group. Be kind to yourself until then. Take care. Bye.